Welcome back to Rainier Avenue Radio World. Coverage of playoff basketball
Right here live.
And you know, Rick, we must be doing okay when people who are at the game say, how do I watch the game and listen to what you guys do?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's funny. I'm looking across in the corner. Across from us is NBA legend Jamal Crawford here cheering on his alma mater. And I ran into Jamal a couple weeks ago at PCC, and he said, man, I love what you guys are doing on Rainier Avenue Radio. I'm enjoying being able to see the games when I can't get out there. So shout out to Jamal, man. Appreciate him. And I tell you what, just such a class individual, Tony.
Yeah.
So really cool. I mean, always he's in the community, doing stuff in the community, and you know, it is never too busy to say hello, to take a picture with the kid, may come up to him, sign whatever the case may be, you know. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And when we are at Rainier Beach, we are broadcasting from Jamal Crawford Court.
That's right. Yeah. You know, he invested back into his alma mater, and that is so important.
Well, here we go, Rick. This is playoff basketball, man.
Yes, sir.
We've been through an entire, a shortened regular season, and this is exciting, man, because this is where the rubber meets the road. These teams know it's essentially win or go home at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Darius Wilcher starting for Rainier Beach, having trouble inbounding the ball. Finally gets it into DeAndre White. White with the ball, defended by Rosnos. Miles Damon outside the three-point line. DeAndre White with the arching three that doesn't go. Ball is tipped out of bounds by Jalen Green, and yes, it is. Jalen says no. It's the other way, but Rosnos will bring the ball in, and of course, Beach starts out with that pressure. Quickly up the other way. And Mr. Dupree, I do not have a number 3. Oh, there we go.
Chike
Yes,
Izanu.
Izanu.
Former Seattle Academy.
Then I will trust you completely on the pronunciation of that. And the first shot by Izanu is up and good, and the number 1 team in the North Division, the number 1 seed, Seattle Prep, goes ahead 1-0 to get this thing started. Izanu, second shot. And that one's good. 2-0 now. And Seattle Prep applying pressure of their own. Beach having trouble getting the ball in. They finally do quickly in the front court, but the ball is stolen by Izanu. Izanu fires a pass over to the left wing. Shot is up, and the bucket is good. And that's that guy, Braden Smith. Quickly, Prep up 5-0. Down the other way, DeAndre White with the ball, probes the left side, tries to drop the pass down low to Connerly, leads him a little bit too far, and that'll be a turnover. And Seattle Prep, apparently with the wind underneath their wings, will get the ball back. Ball in the front court. Shot is put up and blocked away, and we got to figure this out. Is it Emrys? Is it?
Tony, I'm not sure. We'll call it Emrys for now. MRUS. That's what it looks like.
All right. Ball comes into Izanu. Shot put up does not go from Rosnos. 7 minutes left here to go in the first quarter. Miles Damon probes the left side, fires a jumper just inside the three-point line, off the glass, doesn't go. Bank is not open. Another shot put up does not go. Braden Smith again, this time goes inside. Little mid-range jumper bounces off the front of the rim. DeAndre Wright grabs the ball and holds it tight, gets it into front court. Defended by Rosno, screen set by Green. Darius Wilcher starting this game. Miles Damon fakes left, goes right. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Wilrich in the corner. Wilrich pulls up to 3. Might have had his foot on the line. Again off the glass. The bank closes at 6. No luck there. And we have a call. Mr. Dupree, what do we have
I
here?
think it looks like a call on Beach. Yeah, it was.
So Jalen Green gets called.
No, check that. There is not a number 5 on the Beach roster, so let's see what they.
I heard the announcer say Jalen Green.
Yeah, I think it was. They changed it on the scoreboard, Tony, with the wrong player number, but I believe Jalen Green was called for the foul, his first.
So Braden Smith in the front court. Emrys puts up a shot from the right side that doesn't go. Wilrich in the front court. Beach still yet to score, and we've got a foul called. And they will call that in the act of shooting. Ball comes into Josh Connolly, bulls his way into the paint and lays it in.
That is a mammoth young man, Tony. 6'6", 275.
And it looked like, oh, I get a foul shot for that too, but they say no, go on down court.
So now that a foul called, I believe, on Jalen Green, and if the scoreboard is right, that's his third personal foul, Tony. We're only a little over 2 minutes into the ball game. And I believe so, and yeah, he is not happy on the sideline there as he goes to the bench.
Braden Smith drives the lane, tries to kick the ball out to Carlissimo. And yes, if that name sounds familiar, what you're thinking is right.
Yep. Son of PJ Carlissimo. Among other things, former Sonic and Oklahoma Thunder coach.
Emrys, I like to call him Mr. Russ, misses a three-point shot. Miles Damon quickly the other way. DeAndre Wright drives on the right side, attempts to get a pass into Nyree Ballard, off of Ballard's hands, and then a couple of things go wrong, and the ball will be turned over to Seattle Prep.
Yeah, Kyle Carlissimo drew that offensive foul, Tony, so they called the offensive foul there. I believe that's going to be the 4th team foul on Rainier Beach, and the foul called on DeAndre White, his first.
Braden Smith defended by DeAndre Wright, and DeAndre White, a solid defender. Smith again outside the three-point line, thinks about the three, doesn't take it. Rosales has it. Carlissimo now with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Smith. Also played some QB for the football team. Drives on the right side into the lane, lays it up off the glass, and in. And he's holding his wrist after that, after he hit the ground, and we'll see how that shakes out for the free throw. It's his left wrist, not his shooting hand, but.
Yeah, like I said, we'll keep an eye on that. Braden Smith showed us during football season, you know, a receiver, great receiver, and filled in at quarterback as a backup quarterback and led that big win over O'Day. And just a great athlete, had 20-plus points the first game we covered here at Prep several weeks ago.
And so sitting right in front of us, I'm watching, I think, a daddy-daughter combo here, enjoying the game.
Enjoying the game, yes, indeed. The Rainier Beach fans, we are on the Rainier Beach side, just in front of all the Rainier Beach fans.
8-2 now, Beach in front. Connolly tries to thread a pass. And a shot that's put up by Wilcher is batted away. And on the rebound, inside, Nyree Ballard goes up for a shot that doesn't go. All kind of action going on down there, and Nyree Ballard will go to the free throw line. Beach up, or excuse me, Seattle Prep up 8-2.
And Tony, good defense there by Prep before the foul. Chike Ezanu got the block, and they were just making it tough for Rainier Beach to get an easy shot off, and then the foul.
First shot by Ballard is no good. So into the game now for Prep. Jack Velling.
Yeah, the big, remember him as a big tight end on the football team. So yeah, good athlete. And the junior coming in, he stands probably about 6'3", 6'4".
Next shot by Ballard. That one doesn't go. And speak of him, Velling gets the rebound into Smith. Over to the left side. Connolly pops out and taps the ball away. Zano over to Carlesimo, back to Smith. Velling sets a big screen there. That's a matchup down low, Velling and Connolly, that we've seen on the football field. And the bucket is up from Russ, is what I heard him say.
Russ, is that what so the R silent?
Russ.
Russ. Okay, all right. Not M. Russ, but Russ.
I still like Mr. Russ, but Russ it will be.
Yeah.
Miles Damon from the three-point line with a left-handed shot that misses everything. Clock doesn't reset. 7 seconds left. DeAndre White pulls up from the top of the three-point circle. That one doesn't go. Ball is tipped out of bounds, and Seattle Prep will get possession.
And one of my favorite players checking in, number 40, sophomore Rainier Robinson. I just like his energy, Tony, and coming off the bench, he hopefully will give his Rainier Beach teammates a spark.
So Smith walks the ball up to the half court under no pressure from Beach. Smith pulls up for a D3, lifted a little short off the front of the rim. Miles Damon hurries up into the front court. Wilcher for a deep three. Darius Wilcher's three doesn't go. High rebound grab by Uzanu. Braden Smith down, almost loses the ball, splits the defenders, fakes a pass to the right wing and puts the shot up in the middle. A little runner from 5 feet, bucket by Braden Smith, who's just as confident on the basketball court as he is on the football field.
Absolutely, that was a great move by him to get that bucket.
And 12-2 now in favor of Seattle Prep. Miles Damon uses a screen for Connolly. Willrich again had the three, this time didn't take it, almost loses the ball.
Zanu knocked it away.
Drops it down low to Ballard. Ballard turns and fires, shot doesn't go. Battle underneath for the rebound. Braden Smith comes away with it. Carlesimo now with 2:22 to go, looking to extend that lead. Drives on the left side, puts it up with the right hand. It doesn't go. Rebounded by Connolly. Quickly in the front court, Rainier Robinson. Rainier Robinson, he's going to check the temperature of his shot. That three doesn't go. Zanu with the rebound. Zanu in the front court. Waits and puts the ball in the hands of Braden Smith.
Smith, by the way, has 8 of Prep's 12 points right now, Tony.
Smith to the left side, all the way to the hoop. Hesitates, shot doesn't go. Russ gets the rebound, that shot doesn't go. Velling gets the rebound on the right side, puts it back up and in.
That's what happens when you own the offensive glass. 3 tries at it, they finally get one.
And Beach with only 2 points in this first quarter, 1:34 to go. Seattle Prep up now, 14-2. Robinson gets the ball down to Connolly. Connolly sneaks a little pass in there to Ballard. Ballard lays it up and off the glass on the left side, 14-4 now. Smith over to Uzanu. Prep runs the offense, a lot of cutting going on. Russ with the ball just outside the left elbow, backs down, pulls up for a little right-handed, little jump, running hook kind of flip shot that doesn't go, and I used more words than it takes to describe it.
Yeah.
The ball to be in the hands of Rainier Beach.
And then Russ called on the foul, trying to get the offensive rebound there, Tony, and went over the back of the Rainier Beach player, over the back of Ray Ballard. Checking in for Garfield, number 11, Winston Cole, the senior, and another guy who will bring a spark for this ball club.
And newer Bowl in the game now as well. And Braden Smith high up and lays the ball over the lip. 16-4 now for Seattle Prep, and Prep with a little pressure in the backcourt. Connolly comes back to get it, gets it to Cole into the game now. Cole drives to the hoop, lays it up with the left hand, it doesn't go. Rolls off of the rim. Rainier Beach will retain possession. Prep not happy about that. They thought the ball was in their favor, and so do the Prep fans, but Beach will get the ball underneath their own basket. Rainier Robinson will bring it in. 16-4 with 41 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Tell you what, Tony, the lid is on the basket right now for Prep. They just, for Rainier Beach, they just can't get anything to drop.
Robinson with the ball outside the circle, drops it to Connolly. Connolly with the Velling on him. Connolly drops it low to Newer Bowl. He wheels and deals with the right-handed shot that rolls around the rim and drops in. 16-6 now, 25 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Shot clock is meaningless at this point. Carlissimo with the ball. Zanu. Braden Smith now. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Ball is tapped away. Bowl knocked the ball away from Smith and then tried to throw it down court, and Smith jumped up and knocked it out of bounds. And so with 5.2 seconds left, Amir Robinson will bring the ball in, gets it to Bowl. Bowl tries to get it back to Robinson. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Robinson gets the shot off the tip in. By Ballard doesn't go. I think it would have counted too.
Yeah, that was before the buzzer, but like you said, Tony, it just did not fall through the basket.
And so here at the end of one, the number 1 seeded North Division Seattle Prep Panthers boys 16. The number 4 seeded Rainier Beach Vikings boys 6. Mr. Bellis.
Yes, and these updates for you brought by Public Health Seattle King County between every single quarter. Call your healthcare provider to find out what vaccinations your child is due for and make an appointment today. Need help finding a provider? Visit parenthelp123.org or call the Help Me Grow Washington hotline at 1-800-322-2588. And this game is we'll play the winner of Garfield at Ingram, which actually is tied at the half, 29 apiece. 29 for Garfield, 29 for Ingram. O'Day leads Roosevelt also at the half, 39-20. And in girls action in the third quarter, Lakeside leads Holy Names, 32-26. The winner plays at Seattle Prep on Tuesday.
All right, I'm going to pass the mic, as they would say, to Mr. Rick Dupree for your second quarter action.
All right, thank you, sir. And as we go into the second quarter, 8-minute quarters here. Seattle Prep leading Rainier Beach by 10, 16-6. And Braden Smith with the ball, guarded by Namir Robinson. Smith across the timeline. And over to Jarrett Rosnos. Rosnos, another name we remember from the football team. Rosnos out to Chike Izanu. And back over to Braden Smith. 15 on the shot clock. Smith guarded by Namir Robinson. Smith, the three-pointer, gets a pick. In and out and back in. It rolls around, and Braden Smith, the good shooter's bounce, we used to call that. The good shooter's touch, and giving Prep a 19-6 lead here. Rainier Beach on the other end. Winston Cole, the senior, short jumper won't go, but it's going to be out, I believe, off of Seattle Prep, and so Rainier Beach will retain possession. We are just at the start of the second quarter. Seattle Prep leading Rainier Beach 19-6. Namir Robinson looking, passes it in. Ball is knocked away. Braden Smith with it over to Chike Izanu. Izanu catches it with one hand and takes it up for the land. Chike Izanu. Oh, what a play there. Pass from Braden Smith, giving the Panthers a 21-6 lead. On the other end, Namir Robinson, the jumper won't go, and there's that guy, Tyler Russ, with the rebound over to Izanu. Izanu finds Rosnos. Rosnos to Braden Smith, and Smith guarded by Winston Cole, calls for a screen, then driving, ball's knocked away, and they're going to say it's off Braden Smith's leg. And so the Vikings will take possession. Smith holding the ball, Winston Cole trying to get it. The two players going back and forth a little bit, and the referee's telling them, hey, no, let's not do that, young man. Referee still talking to Winston Cole there. And Cole got a hand out and said, just give me the ball. It wasn't just me, ref. Winston Cole looking for the inbounds and a man-to-man press here. Inbounds to Nuir Bowl. Back to Winston Cole. Cole guarded by Izanu. Cole across half court. Looking for Bowl cutting to the basket. And Bowl is there, and they're going to call Bowl for travel. And there was Tyler Russ. And Russ caused Bowl, Tony, as Bowl turned with the ball, was, I think, a little bit surprised, and they called him on a travel.
So Beach looking a little discombobulated here early. And again, Jalen Green with 3 early fouls.
Yeah,
I'm sure that impacts the rotation.
No, absolutely no doubt on that. And Beach just has not gotten into the flow of things yet. And so Izanu, 3-pointer from the top of the key, and Chike Izanu making his presence felt. 7 points here now in the ball game, and the ball is tipped with Nur Bull looking for the shot. The ball is tipped away, and then Namir Robinson on the other end steals it back, and he is off and running, guarded by Jarrett Rosnos, and I think they're going to call Rosnos tight defense to Tony again. One of those calls, I'm like, you know, and maybe they're just saying, hey, we don't want the game to get out of hand, so they make that call, but really, you know, not a lot of contact there, but they call it nonetheless. So checking in for Rainier Beach, number 35, Delano Haynes. And back into the ball game for Beach, number 20, Miles Damon. So Namir Robinson taking it out and hands it off to Damon, back to Namir Robinson. Robinson across the timeline, guarded by Chike Izanu, over to Miles Damon. Back to Robinson in the left corner. Robinson looking. Josh Connolly, the big guy out front, can't hang on to the pass and loses it. And the steal by Izanu and over to Braden Smith.
He really wasn't expected. It looked like Demir waved him off.
Yeah, exactly. And double team and the pass around. Izanu, another 3-pointer, won't go, a little hard off the rim. Goes out of bounds, and so Rainier Beach will take it over, trailing 24-6. 5:37 left to play here in the first half. We are live at Seattle Prep. Rick Dupree along with Tony B, bringing you night number 1 of Metro League basketball playoffs here in the Spring League.
Playoff basketball.
Yes, indeed. Miles Damon driving the lane. The lefty with the little runner, and Miles Damon gets his first bucket of the ball game. That is only the 8th point for Rainier Beach here with 5:15 left to go. Izanu got himself caught in the air, then looked to pass it and throws it away. Rainier Beach on the run. Cole to Damon, over to Robinson. Robinson with the jumper inside of the 3-point line. In and out, it goes halfway down and comes back out. Namir Robinson can't get it to drop.
That ball was in the hoop.
Yeah, it was. Carlissimo with the ball. Over to Izanu. Izanu guarded by Robinson. Braden Smith down to Tyler Maruss. Maruss spinning move off the window, won't go, and there's big Josh Connolly with the rebound. Out to Miles Damon. Damon, the lefty, driving down. Carlissimo on him. Scoot pass over to Connolly. Winston Cole, the 3-pointer. Winston Cole knocks it down for the Vikings to make it a 24-11 ball game here. 4:25 left to go in the first half here at Seattle Prep.
We're still early in this game, even with the big lead. Beach is explosive.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to get Seattle Prep cannot rest. Izanu guarded by Cole. Tight defense there. Izanu pulls the jumper, and it is up.
Izanu.
Chike Izanu.
Put some hot sauce on that.
Yes, indeed, the senior. And as I said, Chike started at Seattle Academy as a 6th grader, and then made the move here. Again, wanting to play at a higher level, and made the move here in high school. And I think a good move for him. Just an incredible young man, incredible family, and good to see him doing well here for the Panthers.
Speaking of Seattle Academy, Mr. Dupree, we'll be there tomorrow.
We shall.
Which for you like be like 6 days.
Yeah. Well, you know, although we are back on campus, I'm not teaching, so I'm doing most of my work remotely. So it'll be fun to get on campus. So we have a doubleheader there, right? The JV boys and then
JV
varsity boys.
And taking on Northwest.
So starting, I believe, at 3:30, if I'm not mistaken.
3:30 with the boys JV game, and then the varsity game in Northwest, which is, I'm sure as you know, is a rivalry between these two schools.
And that game's scheduled to start at 5 o'clock. So join us for a doubleheader there at Seattle Academy. So Rainier Avenue Radio, your home for prep basketball right here in the city of Seattle, state of Washington. And so Rainier Beach with 4:05, trailing 26-11. Winston Cole taking the ball out. Hands it off to Namir Robinson. No pressure from Seattle Prep. Robinson across the timeline. Between the legs, now looking, juking. And the free throw line jumper won't go.
Again, in and out.
Yep. Rebound comes down to Austin Harnato, I believe is how we'll pronounce it. Braden Smith. And Smith over to Russ. And double team there, but Russ gets rid of it. Over to Braden Smith. Smith, and the pass over to Harnato, but Harnato can't convert. And Winston Cole on the other end. Cole driving in the paint. Oh, and takes it right to the bucket, Tony, the senior.
Hurried down court, got himself situated, and made some nice moves.
Yeah, he did. That makes it 26-13. Braden Smith with the drive and one. Braden Smith taking it to the window. And he's going to be fouled by Delano Haynes. So Braden Smith continues to lead this ball club. And he'll go to the line, Tony. And as we say, he'll be trying for the three-point play the old-fashioned way, earning the third one at the line.
And I believe it was probably one of the first games that we did here in the young season, Rick, and we saw this Seattle Prep squad and Braden Smith's athleticism on the basketball court, fearlessness.
Yeah, and we knew from the football field that he was a great athlete. As we said, starting receiver, backup quarterback, and when the starter went down, he led them to that win over O'Day. But yeah, his athleticism, they list him probably, I want to say maybe 6 feet, if that. But he is one heck of an athlete. He hits that free throw, giving Seattle Prep a 29-13 lead. 3:09 left to go here in the first half. Winston Cole step back, the lefty, the jumper, and it's good. Winston Cole, the senior, starting to heat it up, Tony. On the other end, Tyler Russ. Braden Smith down to Jack Belling. Belling, the baseline jumper won't go. The rebound comes down to Delano Haynes. And Haynes, yes, and takes it into DeAndre White, and DeAndre White finishes the bucket, and he'll go to the line for one.
Count the basket, foul number 10, Kyle Carlesimo, his second 16 foul.
Chike Zanu back in the game now for a little bit of a rest.
And so DeAndre White, 6'1" junior at the line. He'll have one to try to finish up the three-point play. Rainier Beach trailing 29-17, 2:48 left to go here in the first half. The free throw is up and off the left side, won't go. Rebound to Tyler Russ. And Braden Smith guarded by Miles Damon. Cross half court. Over to Carlesimo. Carlesimo back to Smith. Smith calling for a screen, drives into the paint, loses the ball, but Russ is there, takes it, and powers it in for the land. Tyler Russ. Giving Prep a 31-17 lead. Winston Cole driving the baseline on the other end. They're going to call him on an offensive foul, Tony. And again, trying to force the action just a little bit, trying to create something. The senior, Winston Cole, called on the offensive foul.
Cole trying to make something happen.
Yep. You can't blame him on that, but, let it come to you. And again, his first personal foul, the 17th foul, but again, on an offensive foul, no foul shots. So Prep now, or rather I should say Rainier Beach with that 17th foul. Prep will be shooting in the bonus. Inbounds pass, Braden Smith across the timeline to the, Braden Smith takes it to the paint,
Smith
off the window.
Just electric tonight. He's ready for this game.
He is. Miles Damon out to DeAndre White. DeAndre White won't go. Braden Smith with the rebound. And Smith across the timeline. Over to Izanu. Izanu, no hesitation to pull up off the back iron. Carlesimo with the rebound. Back out to Braden Smith. New 30 seconds on the shot clock. Smith behind the back, and they're going to call a hold, I believe, on DeAndre White. And Tony, I didn't see that. I don't know about you, but I'm sitting here, I was looking at it, but I didn't see any contact. But again,
I didn't see it either. But you know what? When Braden Smith has the fault, you're going to have to do something.
Yeah. Good point.
Slow him down.
So that is the 18th foul. So Braden Smith at the line, shooting 1 and 1. His first shot is up and off the back iron, no good. Rebound to Winston Cole. Cole over to Delano Haynes. Back to Cole. Over to Damon. Back to Haynes. And Haynes, long three-pointer, won't go. Fight for the rebound. Braden Smith runs it down. Contact there, and he is hitting the leg, and he's going to get back up. But, yeah, there was some contact there, and just incidental there. Delano Haynes.
And you had two players going full throttle after the basketball.
Yep, going after the ball and contact there. Braden Smith still kind of walking it off. But I believe they're going to call, they are going to call Haynes with the foul. That's his second personal. 1:36 left to play in the first half here. And so Braden Smith goes to the line. He'll have 2 shots. No, check that. 1-and-1. Forgive me.
Well, again, this is playoff basketball here.
Yes, indeed. And the first shot rattles around and falls in.
So in the regular season, there may be a ball you go, I don't think I want it that bad.
Yeah.
When you're down by 17 and the next stop is home, you're going after everything.
After everything.
Especially with Coach Bethel over there.
Oh, yeah. And Braden Smith's second free throw up and no good. So rebound comes down to Delano Haynes. Haynes across the timeline. Off to Winston Cole. Cole out to Damon. Back over to Haynes. Or check that. Over to Darius Wilcher, who just checked in. And they're going to call it travel.
And Wilcher had a 3 in the flow.
Yeah.
Did not take
it. Yeah. And you can't hesitate on those, but he did. So with 1:22 left to play, Seattle Prep leading 34-17. They've doubled up on Rainier Beach. And Russ saying, hey, give me some help here, taking the ball out. And Miles Damon's going to steal the inbounds pass and then into Winston Cole. Cole underneath the basket, could not get the lane to drop, but the foul on Tyler Russ. And Coach Michael Kelly telling Russ, hey, come on, you got to make a better pass on that inbounds play. So Winston Cole at the line, he'll have 2 shots.
Now, very own Granville Limison, host of Lidline Sports, over there on the bench for Seattle.
Yes, indeed. So Winston Cole's first free throw, no good. Checking in Deshaun Royster for the Vikings. And for the Panthers, checking in, I believe, is number 11, Dylan Hoffman. So Winston Cole will have 1 shot. Gets it. The lefty puts it up and softly guides it into the basket to make the score 34-18, 1:16 left to go here in the first half. And some man pressure, but Braden Smith not fazed by it. The little floater won't go. Rebound to Josh Connolly, but throws the ball away, and Seattle Prep with it. And they call Braden Smith with a travel. So Braden Smith looking at the
hop.
Yeah, and he's looking at the referee like, what? But she said, no, young man, you did. So with 1:04 left to go here in the first half, the Vikings take over. And another substitution coming back in for Rainier Beach. Excuse me, number 12. And I said back in, but for the first time, I believe, Jamel Duncan. Miles Damon across the timeline, guarded by Braden Smith. Josh Connolly, the big guy, coming up, setting the screen. Damon doesn't need it. Drives. Oh, a nice drive in. Miles Damon off the window, soft touch. Takes it all the way to the rack. Now Braden Smith guarded by Damon. Smith calling off the screen, says, hey, I got this on my own. 40 seconds left. Passes out to Carlissimo, over to Velling. Velling to Izanu. Back to Braden Smith, open for a 3. Decides not to shoot it. Carlissimo driving into the paint. Carlissimo, the jumper off the window. Kyle Carlissimo. I tell you, a little runner, Tony, and just put that up for the bucket to give the Panthers a 36-20 lead here with 17 seconds left to play. Vikings looking for a shot. Miles Damon between the legs, spins. Oh, in the paint, won't go. Gets his own rebound and puts it back in. Miles Damon. Miles Damon showing up. Braden Smith guarded by Damon. Smith with the jumper off the window. Oh, Tony at the buzzer looking for the foul. Braden Smith, what a shot.
And I don't care what time it is. Open the bank up and let me in.
Yes, indeed. And Braden Smith with his hands up saying, ref, can I get the call? So, Tony, Braden Smith unofficially 3. I'm going to give you some unofficial numbers in just a minute. If I can count it up real quick. 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 13, 15, 16, 18, 20, 21, if my numbers are right. Braden Smith, 21 at the half.
Wow.
And the Panthers leading at 38-22 here at halftime.
You know, Mr. Dupree, before we give it to Daniel Bellis, I want to talk a little bit about some stuff that we've got going on at Rainier Avenue Radio. As you know, we just recently completed an amazing month of celebrations in honor of the American Asian Pacific Islander Month.
Yes.
panel discussions, dance performances, a lot of great guests, historians, life stories, videos from members of our community. And the thing about it is that with Rainier Avenue Radio, I often tell folks, we are simply just a reflection of our community. So you'll hear shows in Fijian, shows in Vietnamese, of course, our celebration of African Black History Month. You know, in February, followed that up with Women's History Month, and then American Asian Pacific Islander Month. So, well, what are you guys going to do for June? Well, we're going to keep it going. We will actually continue our playoff coverage of basketball. We'll continue our playoff coverage of baseball. And then on the 19th of June, Juneteenth, Mr. Dupree, we will be covering 2 Juneteenth events, one by Atlantic Street Center, the other by Holly Park, the Holly Park Group, which will be the Othello Park. And then June 21st will be Make Music Day, worldwide celebration of music that we'll be covering. And I did leave out one thing, Mr. Dupree. On the 9th, I will be in Tulsa, Oklahoma, broadcasting live, talking to Zach Bruner, a Tulsa resident, a descendant of Black Wall Street. We're going to get information from him and that you're not going to get anywhere. As a matter of fact, as most folks know at this point, you didn't hear about this anyways. For dozens of years. And just in talking to him, Rick, one of the things that he was sharing with me following the, again, this wasn't a riot. This was a massacre. Is what it was. It wasn't a riot. It was a massacre. That essentially 36 blocks destroyed, burned down to the ground, hospitals, lawyers' offices, dentist offices,
destroyed.
Grocery stores,
destroyed.
A self-sufficient neighborhood, ashes to the ground. And one of the things that he was sharing with me, Rick, was the loss that they had of talent because people left.
Right.
You know, they went to Chicago, they went to New York. Why should I be here for this when we are getting absolutely no recourse for the action that's taking place? It's getting covered up, and we can't even get our property back. Not to mention folks who lost their relatives, their sons, their daughters, buried in mass graves that they don't even know what happened and where they were. And so he was saying we were ashamed of it, so nobody talked about it. One of the things, to get to my point, that he was so excited about is the interest that's taking place now in Tulsa. And he described the remembrance as like the Super Bowl down there. So many people down there, and it just lifted the spirits of everyone. And so they're looking to revive Tulsa and hope that this will help get that done.
Yeah, and Tony, I mean, you look at a couple things I'll say. You've got a couple of really good documentaries, one by LeBron James and Maverick Carter, his business partner. I believe that was on CNN, and then the History Channel also. And with the 100th anniversary, you know, as you said, for so many years this was hidden. And this is not the only community this happened, Tony. And so when you talk about reparations, you go back to slavery and you know, Emancipation Proclamation, and we never got 40 acres and a mule. And then you have communities that were built up, and because of jealousy, because of bigotry, because of hatred, because of racism, these communities were destroyed. You know, as you said, it was a massacre. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in Black Wall Street there in Tulsa, 300 plus people, killed. In this.
Probably more.
More, yeah, exactly.
Probably more.
Yeah, but that's kind of what the report is. And so the fact, and it's interesting, Tony, I was watching throughout the week, and one of the residents there, and one of the gentlemen on the committee that was pulled together, and this committee actually raised $30 million and creating, some monuments and different things, wanting to bring money into business. And one of the complaints from the community is that, hey, you have 3 living survivors, a brother and sister at 107 and 100 years old, and another individual, I believe, is 100 or 101 or 2, and no reparations. And so that is a discussion that has to continue, because the first thing is acknowledgement, okay? And that's great, but that doesn't put anything back in my pocket. Then there's got to be, some form of apology, some form of saying, hey, what we did was wrong. That is important for healing, Tony. But the third piece of that is atonement, is some type of restitution, some type of reparations, something to compensate for the loss, that has occurred because of this.
And not only was the property burned down, they weren't allowed to collect insurance. Laws were changed to prevent them from getting
there.
property again. So, Rick, I'm looking forward to being down there and broadcasting and seeing the sites. And that's going to be on June 9th, and we'll be live from 3 to 3:30, maybe 3 to 4. We'll go a little longer if necessary. And Zach's going to, while we're having the interview, we're going to walk and talk, and he'll point out some sites to us about
Absolutely.
that.
So that's a Wednesday coming up here just in a few days.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, Tony, you talk about it, the breadth of programming that you just talked about, and then, I mean, how many, not only community radio stations, but radio stations alone go down and are giving the listeners this breadth of programming. Like you said, we are the community. We represent the community. And that's what's so special about Rainier Avenue Radio and just what we do, and the product that we have created here, and hope that our listeners and viewers on our streaming programs enjoy just the variety of what we're bringing them that really is truly a reflection of the community that we live in.
And if you like what we do, go ahead and donate. We're a community radio station. You can use Venmo, just at Rainier Avenue Radio on Venmo. $5, $10, $20, $50. $100, $500, we'll take it all.
Well, and if you have any of those that are, $1,000, isn't it at the DUPREE, right? They can. No, please, as Tony said, we need that support. That is so important. And if you like what you're hearing, what you're streaming, and I appreciate it, Tony. You made a good point. People that are here, coming up to you saying, "Hey, we really, really, really appreciate what you're doing. Really enjoying the broadcast." Like I said, I ran into Jamal Crawford, who was here tonight, and a couple weeks ago at PCC, and he we stopped and talked. He said, "Man, I'm really enjoying what you guys are doing. Thanks for bringing the games to us." And that's it's a joy for us to be able to bring these games into the living room, the bedroom, wherever that our listeners, our viewers can tune in.
Venmo at Rainier Avenue Radio. Mr. Bellis, what do you got?
Well, what I got is the game that the winner of this game will play is going down to the wire with 6 minutes left. Ingram leads Garfield 44-33. And that one with about 6 minutes left in that.
Ingram leading Garfield.
Yes. Number 2 Ingram leading number 3 Garfield. And these sports scores brought to you here at the half by Providence Elder Place Pace, a proud sponsor of Rainier Beach boys and girls basketball broadcasts, committed to partnering with residents to create an individual lifestyle. Schedule a visit today to learn more. Also, before we get to some other scores, just want to give some shout outs to people watching in on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We have a little bit of jokes from Gap Smiley commenting on the shorts that the refs are wearing, saying that they are sports casual today. Also, Sarah saying, "This is great Friday night hoops." Also, let's see, Carol saying, "Come on, Rainier Beach." Michael Carter showing all of us love. Rick, Tony, and Daniel. Also give Taylor Kareen a little shout out. She's doing camera angles for everybody. Emerald City 206 has his eyes locked on the screen. And in girls basketball action, this one also going down to the wire. 12 seconds left. Lakeside has led this entire game. But Holy Names pulling to a late lead, up by 2, 44-42. And with the winner of this game, we'll be traveling to Seattle Prep on Tuesday. The Holy Names girls trailing the entire game, but they might be pulling the upset. Number 3 over number 2, 44-42, with only 16 seconds left in that one right there. O'Day winning handily right now, 53-35 into the third quarter. And it looks like the players are back on the court for the second half, with Tony B and Rick Dupree.
Are we ready to go? Oh, here she is. All right, and we are back. Third quarter action will begin here. Seattle Prep leading 38-22, and I'm going to throw it to Tony B. He will give you the call here in the third quarter with Seattle Prep leading 38-22.
And I will catch it. I won't drop it. Winston Cole with the ball. Throws it away, however. And so on the first possession, Rainier Beach down 16, 38-22, coughs the ball up.
Yeah, those are the type of unforced errors, Tony, you can't have if you're going to come back against a team like Seattle Prep.
Braden Smith with the ball now. With Carlissimo. Again, Izanu as Prep works the offense. Players cutting and moving the ball around the perimeter. Nice pass there as Izanu misses the shot, but a foul called. And again, Seattle Prep in the flow of the offense.
Yeah, that was a great give and go between Braden Smith and Chike Izanu. And Izanu, although not able to convert, like you said, was fouled, so he'll go to the line for 2 shots. And Izanu had 9 points in that first half. Hit a couple, or at least 1 3.
And Izanu in double figures now. Hits the first free throw, and Panthers up by 17, 39-22. Next shot by Izanu is good as well. Up 18 now. Cole quickly into front court. Miles Damon with the ball on top. Defended by Braden Smith. Screen set by Connerly. Damon wheels and deals into the lane. Puts a shot up that won't go, but Damon will go to the free throw.
Miles Damon heating up a little bit there at the end of the second quarter, Tony. Scored 4 of his 6 points from the first half. And only a sophomore, and at 6'1", he's got an athletic body. He can bang it around in the paint.
And Delano Haynes will be starting this quarter. Jalen Green back in the game. Miles Damon at the line. Winston Cole and Josh Carnley out there for Rainier Beach. Rosnos, Imrus, Carlissimo, of course Braden Smith, and Izanu out there for Seattle Prep to start the second half. 40-22.
And Tony Damon missed both of those free throws.
Smith with the ball, defended by Green. Finds an open Mrus. Mrus misses the three-pointer. Cole brings the ball up the left side. Connerly.
I tell you what, that big body, man, he planted himself and trying to get around him. He was fouled on the play. That's a big young man. Braden Smith was trying to check that. Tyler Mrus trying to get around him and wasn't able to do it.
I was going to say, taking up space down low.
And Tony, that was Tyler Mrus's 3rd foul, so he comes out. Jack Velling coming in for him.
Try to put a Bonnie on. Big miss to Connerly. Connerly turns, spins, takes it to the hoop. Couple people fall down. Rebound is missed and grabbed and put back up, but missed by Jalen Green. Quickly down the other way. Heat check from Braden Smith from 3. That doesn't go. Delano quickly down the other way. Green whips a pass out to Damon. Delano drives on the baseline and get a foul call.
So on the floor, so Rainier Beach will have it underneath, Tony.
Damon inbounds the pass to Green. Green takes it, doesn't bring it down, puts it up, shot doesn't go, but a foul called. And having him out of the lineup with those 3 fouls obviously impacted Beach. And
yeah, the 6'5" junior, I mean, you missed that size, and that was a really good inbounds play. Miles Damon just tossed it up to him, and Jalen Green just went up and got it, Tony, was fouled, misses the first free throw.
.621 for Beach. Next free throw by Green. That one's short as well. Velling with the rebound. Carlissimo with the ball quickly in the front court behind his back. Izanu, ball in the hands of Smith now. Screened by Velling. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Braden Smith on the right baseline. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it to Izanu. Izanu turns, fires, shot doesn't go. The ball's on the floor. Players are on the floor. Green had the ball. And we'll get a foul that might be on Velling, I believe it is.
Yep, good call. So again, scrambling for that loose ball, Tony, and you can't argue and complain about that hustle.
Cole inbounds the ball to Miles Damon. 5:46 here to go. And
Michael Bethia, coach of Bethia for the
let's
Vikings.
talk about this.
Calls the timeout, and pulls out the. He's drawing up a play, so he's got something there. He has got it on the floor. You can see he is mad. He is scribbling on that whiteboard.
And Rick, again, more information about Rainier Avenue Radio. We just spoke about the live broadcast from Tulsa. On June 21st, you heard me mention Make Music Day. We'll be presenting this worldwide celebration of music in a number of different ways. Rick, we'll be live on Pier 62 at the waterfront with performances and COVID safe. But we're also going to be streaming everything, and we're going to be just doing this thing called Bramble. Have you heard of Bramble, Mr. Dupree?
I have not.
If you remember MySpace, you used to be able to go into rooms. Well, it's kind of the same thing. You can go into Bramble, you can create an avatar, and then you can talk to other people, meet other people, and then you can go into rooms and you can see live performances from all over the world, depending on which room you go into. And as a matter of fact, some of the other activities we'll have going on here at Rainier Avenue Radio. So that's for Make Music Day. We'll be live on the waterfront. We'll be also presenting virtual performances as well. So a lot going on.
How cool. Right here on RainierAvenueRadio.world.
And hey, if you've got a group or if you're a musician, and go to our website and we do what we call match. We'll match you with your venue. If you're a venue and you want a musician, we'll match you with a musician. Delano Haynes loses the ball.
Quick hands by Braden Smith to cause that turnover.
Braden Smith with Winston Cole in his chest. Gets the ball to Zanu. Rosnos with it. Smith with the three-point shot. Braden Smith buries the three-point shot. We've got a 21-point lead now. Seattle Prep in front, 43-22 with 5:13 here to go. Smith hits the floor. I don't know what happened, but the refs are saying we're going to give the ball to Seattle Prep. Off the ball foul. And
yeah, there was a foul called there. And that was the fourth personal foul, Tony, on Jalen Green. They called him on the foul there and knocked Braden Smith over.
So Green's going to lead the game. Namir Robinson.
Yeah, and Green takes the mask off. He is not happy right now.
Noah Bowl in the game as well. Haven't seen much of him this evening. Down 21 with 5:11 to go. And Rick, there's no 21-point play.
No, not in basketball. Not that I'm aware of.
So
probably the most you can get is that maybe a 4-point play, huh?
Beach is explosive.
But so they've got to chip away at it.
Yeah.
You know, they can't get it all at once, and that's what they have to do. They have to, you know, again, plenty of time left. 5:11 left to play here in the third quarter. They need to take their time and play their ball game if they want to get back in this game.
Beach are playing full court pressure. Smith with the ball, guarded by Damon. Gets it in the front court. Velling has it now back on top of Smith with 19 seconds left on the shot clock. Seattle Prep will get started with their offense. Rosnos pulls up from the left wing from about 16 and buries the jumper.
And check out, that was a Chike Izanu.
Chike Izanu.
And I believe that was a two-pointer.
About a foot inside the three-point line, leaning back. 45-22. Beach loses the ball again. Velling gets it to Izanu. Izanu tries to flip it back. Ball ends up in the hands of Smith. Takes a deep three. That one bounces off the front of the rim. Connerly with the rebound. Namir Robinson into the front court. Ball knocked away, and Robinson's going to go to the free throw line. 4:11 here to go in the third quarter. The Seattle Prep Panthers on top, the #1 seed in the North Division, and Rick, they're showing why.
Yeah, they really are. Just, you know, all around solid game thus far.
Now, we've been watching these South Seattle schools, and I'll tell you, Rick, to be honest, I was thinking to myself, I don't know how the North schools are going to fare when we have this matchup. But Ingram leading Garfield, again, Garfield the 3 seed.
Yeah.
And Ingram the 2 seed. And in this case, you've got the 1 seed from the North and the 4 seed from the South. So maybe I had it wrong.
Yeah. Namir Robinson drops both free throws there, Tony, but still a 21-point lead, 45-24.
Prep puts the ball back in the hands of Braden Smith. Smith drives on the left side, lays it off the glass with the right hand.
What a quick
47-24.
first step, Tony. He just blew by Rainier Bowl.
Robinson in the front court now. Chike Izanu loses the ball off the back of his heel, but Beach gets it back. Got a couple substitutions into the game now. For Beach, Miles Damon hops. And a nice bucket there into the game for Rainier Beach, and that's Jamel Duncan. Duncan applying pressure. And Beach behind the back. Miles Damon up with the left hand.
Miles Damon just showed his strength, Tony. Took the ball away from Braden Smith. And then, as you said, went behind the back and another turnover.
Amir Robinson with the ball. Jamal Duncan pulls up, misses everything. Prep down the other way. Shot doesn't go, and Velling loses the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, Velling got the rebound on the Harnato miss and just could not handle it, Tony. It went out of bounds. So tempo picking up, and that could favor Rainier Beach with their athleticism, although Seattle Prep has been able to match up with them as well.
Amir Robinson rushes into front court, puts up a shot that is blocked.
A lot of contact and no call, Tony. And Amir Robinson up slowly.
Scratches his head. Like, what is going on?
And Mike Bethia wants a timeout there. Again, he is jawing at the referee a little bit on the sideline, just trying to, again, not too hot at them, but just letting them know, hey, you got to watch out for my guys out there.
47-29, we got a timeout. Mr. Bellis, got any new updates for us, in particular that Ingram-Garfield game?
There it is, 46-44. Only 2 minutes left in the game. Ingram is up by 2. Ingram's playing keep away right here, away from Garfield as they're trying to run out the clock. And only up by 2, 46-44, less than 2 minutes left in that contest. O'Day continues to put the beat down on Roosevelt, 60-44 in the fourth quarter. And the Holy Names, after trailing Lakeside the entire game in girls basketball, they defeat Lakeside in the final minutes. They will travel to Seattle Prep on Tuesday.
All right, back to live action here at MDG. I forgot to ask, Fieldhouse Gymnasium?
Well, we'll just say the AMDG arena here at the Seattle Prep, huh?
Arnito gets the ball to Velling in the front court.
So Beach with that full court pressure, Tony, if nothing else, making Prep utilize some time off the clock so they don't have as much. And a turnover.
And loses the ball. Beach back the other way. That's Jamal Duncan with the ball now. And also into the game for Beach is Deshaun Royster. Ball down low to Newer Bowl, double team. Errant pass, ball on the floor. Velling gets it up to Chike Izanu, lays it in from the right side for a bucket. 49-29, now the lead back up to 20. 1:58 here to go. Amir Robinson pulls up from 3 and buries a 3 ball from the angle on the right side. 49-32. Chike Izanu with the ball back on top to Braden Smith, and yeah, we're going to have to call that one. So that's going to be a foul on Deshaun Royster.
Yeah, yep. A lot of contact there.
He'll take the ball out to the side. 6 fouls on the Panthers, only 3 for Garfield. Garfield will be, or excuse me, for Beach. Beach will be shooting from here on out. Braden Smith again on top of Royster.
Royster, yep.
A bit of a forearm out there to slow him down.
Yep, and they're calling him on it.
So 14 fouls now on Beach. Still 49-32 with 1:35 left to go. Dylan Hoffman in the game for Prep. Got Velling right there, finally gets it to him. And then trying to get the ball to Braden Smith. Tapped out of bounds by Miles Damon. And Rick, we're gonna have another timeout here. And Mr. Bellis, I don't know if we cut you short last time, but if there's some information that you want to share with us.
Looks like Ingram just put up a 4-point lead now on Garfield with 40 seconds left. 50-46 now. With only 40 seconds left, Ingram over Garfield 50-48 there. With the winner playing the winner of this game. So if Seattle Prep holds on, they will host the winner of that game. And O'Day continues to pour it on here in the fourth. It is now 62-49. And we're back in action.
All right, so ball comes in to Velling. Gets it to Smith. Smith double teamed. And we're going to get another quick foul out here near the half court line. And 5 team fouls now. 124.
So Rainier Beach was in great shape there with only 3 team fouls, Tony, so 2 quick fouls and really fouls they didn't need to commit.
Right, 3 quick fouls. Ball comes into Velling. Again, the double team out there. Braden Smith with the ball. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Amir Robinson goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Again, Prep trying to work the offense. Beach trying to make him uncomfortable. Braden Smith with the drive, blocking foul called, and I don't think they're going to call that going to the...
No, I believe they are. Yeah, I saw the referee hold up. Yep, she's saying
and they
2
are
shots.
going to call that going on. So Braden Smith will go to the free throw line. From here on out, both teams will be shooting free throws. And again, Rick just talked about that. Beach was in good shape. 3 quick fouls that they really didn't have to take.
Yeah. So one area of Braden Smith's game we see, does need improvement is at the free throw line. He's too good of a shooter not to be a good free throw shooter.
Misses that first free throw. Again, in the act of shooting, so he'll get the second free throw. Tees it up, fires it. That one bounces off as well. Velling battles in there for the rebound, and they're going to say that was off Jamel Duncan. So Prep will get a new 30 on the clock and an opportunity to run some offense, take a quick shot. Whatever they want to do, it's their ball. Carlissimo inbounding to the left underneath their hoop. Russ back in the game with 3 fouls. Carlissimo, dangerous shooter, defended by Wilrich. And we're going to have a foul called on the outside from Miles Damon. And that's going to send Tyler Russ to the line.
At the line, number 2, Tyler Russ.
So I believe that's 1-1, Tony. I don't think he was in the act of shooting.
Yeah, he's going to have to make this first one to get the second one. 17-point lead by Seattle Prep. 53 seconds here to go in the third quarter.
A lot slower action here, Tony. A lot more calls. Again, 13 total team fouls called, 7 on Rainier Beach, 6 on Seattle Prep so far in this quarter with 53 seconds left.
Russ' first shot, that doesn't go. Again, Seattle Prep with an offensive rebound. Chiki Izanu. Russ with the ball on the left side, defended by Cole, kicks it back out on top. 16 seconds on the shot clock.
Boy, they have really tightened up the calls here, Tony. And a little bit of a reach, no doubt, a little bit of reach by Jamel Duncan there, but they call him for the reach foul, and Izanu goes to the line. But, man, they have really, really tightened up their calls. In the first half, they were letting a lot more contact go, and the referees tightening the screws a little bit.
49-32. Zanu at the line. Misses the shot. Miles Damon with the hop step puts the ball in for Beach to pull them back within 15, 27 seconds here. Full court pressure applied. 20 seconds. Carlissimo with the ball. And the pass is almost stolen. It is stolen. Miles Damon. Damon again with the hop step. Off the glass, doesn't go. Ball rebounded and missed by Woolridge. Put back up and in by Miles Damon, and Beach down by 13 now. And Beach with the run at the end of the quarter to pull within 13 to give themselves a chance. The end of the third quarter, 49-36. Beach on top. And Providence Elder Place Pace is a proud sponsor of Rainier Beach boys and girls basketball broadcast. Providence Elder Place committed to partnering with residents to create an individual lifestyle. Schedule a visit to learn more today. Look, if you're a family member or 55 or over, need nursing home level care but want to keep living where you are, check out Providence Elder Place Pace. This program offers health care, housing, transportation, recreational activities. Look, there are no co-pays or deductibles, and it's covered through Medicare and Medicaid. Providence Elder Place Pace works to keep you healthy and in your home. Give them a call at 206-320-5325 or visit providence.org/elderplace. And they are a sponsor of every Rainier Beach game. Thank you to Providence Elder Place giving us the opportunity to bring all these beach games.
Yeah. Really appreciate that. And again, we talked about we each have been approached by people saying, hey, we've been, watching. Thanks for bringing those games, to us since it's limited fans. Although this is, of all the games we've covered, Tony, probably the biggest crowd we've had thus far, and a nice crowd. So we're starting to see with vaccines getting more and more out in the community that it is opening up to a certain degree.
All right, I've run my leg. I'm going to pass the baton to Mr. Dupree for this fourth quarter.
And here we are starting out. Seattle Prep leading Rainier Beach 49-36. And Braden Smith looking for Jarrett Rosnos, and Rosnos broke the other way, the ball thrown out of bounds, and so an unforced turnover. And one of the things we're seeing Rainier Beach right now, really turning up the heat on defense and forcing some turnovers. Miles Damon, hop step, and they're going to call him on an offensive foul. And that is Braden Smith. I'm not sure how much of that contact took him down, Tony, and how much was a little bit of theatrical, but the referee bought it. And Braden Smith looking to the stands of someone and kind of shrugging his shoulders. So the Panthers will take it out. Start here of the fourth quarter. And we got a timeout here, so Chike Azano goes over, gets a towel to wipe up a wet spot on the floor. Miles Damon helping out.
Well, yeah, Rainier Beach playing with the sense of urgency that they probably should have started the game with.
Absolutely, yeah. You don't want to be playing behind the 8 ball, and that's exactly what they're doing. So the Panthers take it out, and again, full court man pressure from Rainier Beach. Miles Damon on Braden Smith. Smith almost double team, throws the ball out of there. Now again, you see Rainier Beach doing a little bit double teaming here in the half court. Braden Smith over to Izanu. Izanu over to Jarrett Rosnos on a great play. Chike Izanu and found Jarrett Rosnos. And Rosnos lays it in.
And that's what you want to do when you're getting pressure like that. Keep the ball moving.
Miles Damon with the miss. Josh Connolly not able to get the lay-in to drop. A good offensive rebound, but just not able to finish. And Seattle Prep on the run. Carlissimo, the three-pointer won't go. Rebound to the big guy, Josh Connolly. And Rainier Beach on the run. Jamel Duncan. Over to Wiltshire, back to Duncan. To Connolly. So Beach now just trying to figure out how to penetrate on this man defense from Seattle Prep. Duncan with the ball again. Oh, check that. That was Wiltshire. And Wiltshire is going to be fouled going to the basket, Tony.
Well, that's one way to effectively get back in the game is go to the free throw line. You got to make your free throws.
Yep, you have
Clock
to make
stops, and we'll see what happens here. With again, I believe they're in the 1-and-1.
Yeah. No, it's going to the basket, so he'll be shooting 2. Darius Wilcher at the line. And Seattle Prep with 6:42 left to play in the ball game, leading 51-36. Wilcher. There's Wilcher. First shot is good. And checking back into the game for Seattle Prep, big number 34, Jack Velling. So Darius Wilcher will have will have one more shot, hit his first one to make it a 14-point game, 51-37. Second free throw is up and rattles around, no good. Rebound comes down to Jared Rosnos. And Prep on the run. Braden Smith double team. Gets rid of it as he falls down. Chike Azano thinks about the three-pointer, then no. Pulls up his dribble, gets it over to Braden Smith. Smith coming around into the paint. Oh, and a great just dish off to Tyler Russ. Braden Smith, Tony, created that with this penetration.
And again, Braden Smith with the ball in his hands. You got to be happy about that if you're Seattle.
Making things happen. And Miles Damon on the other end using his strength. Had a lay-in there, but threw it out to his teammate there and should have taken it up. Threw it out to Delano Haynes for the three-pointer. Haynes missed it. And back on the other end, the steal. That is Jamel Duncan and Braden Smith steals it. So going back and forth here. Smith guarded by Duncan. And the shot by Russ won't go. Josh Connolly with the rebound and the big guy. You're not going to get the ball away from him, Tony. And a foul called.
Again, if you're Seattle Prep, you've got Rainier Beach running all over the court. They're going to get winded at this pace. And that probably wasn't the best tell. You're not going to take the ball away from Josh Connolly. Yeah. Now the clock is stopped again.
Right. He got the rebound, and they go to the line because you're in the bonus. So big Josh Connolly will go to the line. He'll be shooting 1-and-1 for the Vikings. 5:43 left to go here in the ball game. Seattle Prep leading Rainier Beach 53-37. Josh Connolly at the line shooting 1-and-1 for the Vikings. Referee giving some direction. Lets the players know it's 1-on-1. Then she throws the ball to Connolly. Connolly stepping up to the line, dribbles it once, twice, spins it. And the shot is up and good. Soft touch for the big guy. Hits that first free throw. The front end of the 1-and-1, so he'll get one more. We are live at Seattle Prep, home of the Panthers. Number 1 in the north against number 3 in the south. Connolly, his second free throw. Good shooter's bounce, we used to call that. Hits the rim, bounces, and drops in. And Prep breaks through that full court press pretty easily. Gets the ball across. Rosnos over to Smith. Smith double team. So you see Rainier Beach is also doubling in the half court and trying to trap. And they're going to call Miles Damon on a foul. It came up aggressively, and Braden Smith, knowing how to use it, Tony, and draws a foul, so he'll go to the line. He'll get a couple of shots because that's the 10th team foul on the Vikings.
So they'll be shooting 2 the rest of the way, and it appears that Beach is going to continue to pressure like this. And
that's absolutely it. So with 5:24 left, the double bonus for Seattle Prep, and 8 team fouls on the Panthers as well. Braden Smith's first shot is up and in, which means that 2 more fouls, and Rainier Beach will also be shooting 2 free throws on every foul as well.
And Braden Smith, again in the first half, doing what the team needed him to do, put points on the board, and this time controlling the ball and finding his teammates.
Good point. Really good point, Tony. You're right. Smith's second free throw is up and rattles around, no good. Fight for the rebound. Winston Cole comes down with it, and he's going to be fouled. And I think they may call Carlissimo on the foul there. Let's see. No, check that. Foul was on number 11, Dylan Hoffman. And so Winston Cole at the line, he'll shoot 1-and-1. And the next foul, they being Rainier Beach, will be in the double bonus.
5:23 left, Rick, still a lot of time.
Winston Cole, the lefty, the first free throw up and in. Pulls the Vikings to within 14, 54-40. And the second free throw up and in. So Winston Cole making the Panthers pay. And Coach Michael Kelly says, I want a timeout here to talk about this. So 5:23 left to go in the ball game. Seattle Prep 13-point lead, 54-41 over Rainier Beach.
Mr. Bellis, do we have a final on that Ingram-Garfield game?
Oh, yeah. Garfield's done. The Garfield boys are out.
Wow.
52-49. Ingram moves on. Ingram will play the winner of this game. So if Seattle Prep holds on, they'll be the only school in Metro League to have both the girls and the boys in the semifinals.
Wow. Well, the 1 and 2 seeds of the North
Are playing like it.
are playing like it.
Yeah. We're seeing why they're seeded 1 and 2. Yeah, no doubt.
And that's what the 1 and 2 are supposed to do to the 3 and 4.
So full court pressure here by Rainier Beach trying to force a turnover. Rosnos over to Smith. Smith to Velling. Velling over to Jared Rosnos and back to Smith up top. So Seattle Prep content, and Smith finds an opening but passes it back out. So not forcing anything. Seattle Prep willing and content with really taking some time off the clock here. 8, 7, 6, 5 on the shot clock, and Braden Smith and Rainier Beach bailed him out. Smith was driving Tony in the paint, and really a silly foul there by the Bulldog, or rather by the Vikings. Smith trying to make you feel like you call it Garfield. So I did that for you. Okay. No. So Braden Smith, first free throws up and in.
Rick, I'm sure you remember as we watched Seattle Prep here after that timeout come out and work the clock. There was a time when there was no shot clock in college basketball, and they used to set up that four-corner offense.
North Carolina under Dean Smith, four-corner offense.
And then you'd get a team like Harvard who'd say, you know what, we're going to hold the score down to single digits if we can by not taking a shot at this.
So Smith hits both free throws, giving Prep a 56-41 lead, 4:50 left to play in the ball game. Rainier Beach trying to penetrate, trying to find an opening in this defense. Dumps it down into big Josh Connolly. Connolly back out to Winston Cole. Cole, the lefty, the senior, can't get the ball to drop. And then they call him on a foul, Tony. And again, man, you know, I've seen a lot more contact on some plays that they haven't called a foul on. And just a little bit of contact, and Winston Cole called, I believe, looking at the scoreboard, that's his third personal. Miles Damon talking to him, saying, hey, let's keep it cool, man.
And it could have been called for a tee there as he knocked the ball out of Braden Smith's hands.
So Smith will go to the line. He'll be shooting 2 because they are in the double bonus.
And got to keep your calm. Of course, the senior Winston Cole, frustrated, you know, it's his final year. But 4:35 left. So still some time on the clock. You don't want to make things worse by getting called for a tee. Then they get 2 shots and the ball.
Yeah. Braden Smith's first free throw up and in. So Braden Smith, we mentioned a little bit of struggles at the free throw line, but you wouldn't be able to tell it by his last 3 free throws. Giving Prep a 57-41 lead. 4:35 left to play in the ball game. We're live at Seattle Prep, and Braden Smith with the second free throw up and in. Again, we're live at Seattle Prep, home of the Panthers, and they have a 58-41 commanding 17-point lead here with 4:29 left to play. And Miles Damon trying to create something. The shot and bounce around won't go, and Jack Belling with the rebound for Seattle Prep. So again, what we're seeing from Rainier Beach right now, Tony, a little bit of a one-on-one instead of running some plays and getting easier shots. Belling over to Izano over to Smith. And Seattle Prep at this point content to run some time out the clock. Braden Smith with a great drive to the basket, holding the back of his left leg. He came down. at halftime and has been equally as explosive here in the second half. With right now, by my unofficial count, I've got him at 31 points. So he had 21 at the half and then another 10. And so inbounds play, and I believe they're going to call a foul on Prep. They are, and so it'll be Rainier Beach ball. 4:02 left to play. Prep leading 58-41. And looking at Braden Smith, looks like he's walking a little bit better. Still limping some, but walking better. So, Tony, I would venture to say we will likely see him back in the ball game, although they don't necessarily need him with a 17-point lead. But there still is 4 minutes left. Long jumper. And that was Jamel Duncan, won't go.
That was the battle I was looking for underneath. Josh Connolly and Jack Velling fighting for the rebound.
Yeah. And I believe Josh Connolly, the winner of that one. So Rainier Beach will take it out on the baseline. DeAndre White into Miles Damon. Damon back to White, back to Damon on top. Damon calling for a screen, gets it, he moves to his left, takes it all the way to the window. Oh, and it won't go. So Miles Damon, a good drive and getting the screen from Josh Connolly, but just could not convert on the other near turnover. But Prep now settling down. Carlissimo with the ball. Oh, and gets a cutting Jared Rosnos to the basket. Just a great cut by Rosnos, and Carlissimo found him, and it was an easy two for Seattle Prep to take a 60-41 lead here with 3:15 left to go in the ball game.
And you know what, Rick, maybe we're not giving enough credit to the Seattle Prep defense, because they have held Rainier Beach. They haven't really made one of their infamous or famous runs.
Yeah, very good point. So Jamel Duncan with the missed three, battle for the loose ball, and going out is Nyree Ballard limping and goes out for Rainier Beach. Newer Bowl checking in.
And number 31, Nair Bowl.
And again, Rick, Jerry Petty, not even on the bench.
Yeah.
And so I know that some of the players are taking time off with their traveling teams.
Right. And I thought I saw Petty coming in. No, he is. That is Petty but he's not suited up on the front end. Winston Cole misses. Newer Bowl is there, and they call Bowl for travel. And Bowl has struggled, and the coach is saying, what's going on? How could he travel? He was just there getting the rebound and put it back. So Rainier Beach coach is not happy with the call.
And if you do play with the traveling team, you have a COVID protocol before you can come back to your team.
Good point, Tony. Yes, that's a really good point. So now the referees conferring, and now they reverse the call, I believe. So they reverse the call, Tony, and giving the ball to Rainier Beach. So good job by the referees there. You know, one of the referees said, hey, wait a minute. They conferred and said, okay, that was not a good call. So Rainier Beach with the ball again. Winston Cole with it, driving to his left. Oh, great move inside past Jared Rosnos. Winston Cole with the lay-in to make it a 17-point lead, 60-43. Seattle Prep breaks the press. And but there to break up the pass for the lay-in is Miles Damon. So good defensive play there by Miles Damon. 2:39 left to play in the ball game. 17-point lead for the Panthers, 60-43.
And Beach potentially looking at this season slipping through their fingers.
Yes. With only 2:35 left in the 17-point deficit, and a foul is going to be called. And that one on Delano Haynes. And so Jared Smith back in the ball game, or rather, forgive me, Braden Smith back in the ball game. And still kind of walking on that left leg a little gingerly, but kind of shaking it out. And he's going to the line for 2 shots. First free throw is up and in. So after missing a couple free throws in the first half and his first 2 here in the second half, He has hit 5 in a row. Jared Smith, a couple dribbles, takes a deep breath, another dribble, the shot, and it is good. And Tony, by my count, that should be about 33 points for Jared, for Braden Smith. Miles Damon driving into the paint, little runner, rolls around, won't go, fight for the rebound. Damon saves it, but right to Braden Smith, and Smith taking his time, getting across half court, now backs it out.
Rick, you're right, still looking a little gimpy out there.
Yeah, he really is. He really is. But at this point, just having his veteran presence on the court. Passes over to Carlissimo from Smith. Out to Rosnos, back to Smith. Carlissimo, the three-pointer, and that is good.
That might do it.
Kyle Carlissimo from Braden Smith. Winston Cole with the drive, contact, nothing called. Rebound comes down to Tyler Mruss. Mruss throwing the alley-oop for Chike Izano. Izano wasn't sure who it was for, so turnover, Rainier Beach on the other end. 1:36 left to play, 65-43, Prep leading Beach. And the drive to the basket, and that is Delano Haynes. He loses control. And Tony, I think Beach called a timeout.
Yep.
And assistant coach Romel Witherspoon coming out, kind of talking to his players, trying to encourage those young men. So a tough ball game here for Rainier Beach, trailing by 22 with only 1:27 left to go in the ball game. Rick Dupree along with Tony B. We are live at Seattle Prep, site of the first round, if you will, of the Metro League playoffs here in this pandemic-shortened, not strike-shortened season, but a pandemic-shortened spring season.
Mr. Dupree will be back with you for the semifinals on the 8th.
And so
looks like we're going to have at least the option of an Ingram Seattle Prep game.
That is the way that it is looking. 1:27 left to go. 65-43 Seattle Prep leading Garfield. So it looks like, leading Rainier Beach. So it looks like this will be the final ball game for the shortened season of the Vikings.
So Mr. Bellis, when does Eastside Catholic play against Nathan Hill, I believe it is?
Tomorrow, 4 p.m.
All right.
So the inbounds play, and Winston Colt loses it. Carlissimo on the floor, and I believe Prep called a timeout. Yeah. Braden Smith called a timeout after the steal.
Timeout Hampton.
So with 1:23 left to go in the ball game, Tony, Prep with a commanding, they'll walk away with this win, a commanding 22-point lead, 65-43.
All right, well, the way it's shaking out right now, Mr. Dupree, looks like you're going to either be broadcasting the Ingram Seattle Prep game, the two North End schools. And again, you got to play the game, but I'm saying Eastside Catholic and Nathan Hale, Eastside Catholic, the #1 seed from the South Division. So O'Day winning their game against Roosevelt. So we'll see. You'll have O'Day against either Eastside Catholic or Nathan Hale.
And so Seattle Prep taking the ball out. Jared Rosnos gets it to Braden Smith. Smith back over to Rosnos, to Carlissimo, back to Rosnos, and out to Smith. And so right now, Seattle Prep just playing keep away, trying to run some time off the clock. Izano in the left corner. Hands it off inside to Tyler Mruss, and Mruss with the lay-in from Chike Izano. 67-43, 58 seconds left to go here. Seattle Prep will walk away with this win, Tony. Vikings trying to create something. Three-pointer. That was Delano Haynes, won't go. Rebound to Izano. Izano to Braden Smith. To Jared Rosnos. And out to Carlissimo. And again, Prep just moving the ball around, trying to run time off the clock. Carlissimo, and it's going to be stolen. That's Delano Haynes, and Haynes takes it in for the lay-in for the Vikings. the other end, Carlissimo to Russ, 15, 14, little double team. Russ throws out of it. And there's going to be a foul. Miles Damon going after the ball and makes contact with Braden Smith. So Smith will go to the line, Tony, and he'll be shooting 2.
Chance to add to, I'm not sure what his career high is, but this has got to be pretty close.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Dupree, I'm glad we had the opportunity to pass each other and call a game together.
Yes, absolutely.
That's been a blast this entire season.
Yeah. We have enjoyed it without doubt.
I will be tuning in next week.
All right. From Tulsa, Oklahoma. Braden Smith, his first free throw up and in, and by my unofficial numbers, that is point number 34. And free throw up, point number 35.
And he must have been listening to our broadcast, I think, because he's converting those free throws.
Yeah,
here.
he is. He has now hit. He missed, hit his first couple in the first half, then missed 2 of his last 3, and then here in the second half missed a couple. Made 1, missed a couple, and then he's hit his last 6, 8. And Tony, that's going to do it here at Seattle Prep. The Vikings, or rather I should say the Panthers over the Vikings, 69-45.
And the, well, you know, and I don't know, a mild celebration by Seattle Prep, and I kind of like that because they still have more work to do.
Yeah, exactly. But a big win over Rainier Beach, and so unofficially I got Braden Smith with 35 points, Tony. 21 in the first half and 14 in the second. So again, Seattle Prep with a impressive 69-45 win over Rainier Beach to advance here in the Metro League playoffs. So that's going to do it, Tony, for us here at Seattle Prep. Make sure to tune in tomorrow, 3:30. We'll be at Seattle Academy, and we'll bring you both the boys' JV and varsity games there. So if you are a Seattle Academy parent or student and want to see and hear the game, you can tune in on our Facebook Live, YouTube, or Twitch pages and see the stream and hear our call right here on Rainier Avenue Radio.
And if you're unfamiliar with Seattle Academy in regards to their basketball program, I mean, they came within a last-second shot last year, Rick, as you know, in Yakima, making it to
advancing to the finals. Yeah,
advancing to the finals, and they've got a couple of Joe Cookson, Leo DeBrule.
Yeah.
They've got a couple nice players on that squad.
Yeah, and guys, Tasia seeing guys that will play in college at some level or another, all of them kind of maybe that tier 2, although Leo DeBrule is a guy who, I think can play at a D1 level to see if he gets an opportunity, but kind of that tier 2 level, but great talent. And so we will bring that to you live right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. As we close, any last-minute finals, Daniel, before we close the broadcast here?
Well, we just need one girls game and one boys game to happen tomorrow, and both of those games will be happening at 4 p.m. Bishop Blanchette at Franklin for the girls, 4 p.m. Franklin, number 1 seed in the South, will play tomorrow at 4. And then, of course, Eastside Catholic, the 2 seed in the South, will host number 3, Nathan Hale. And once those games are done tomorrow, which we'll try to cover during the Seattle Academy games, if we get a source for them, we'll know exactly who's playing who on the 8th. But we do know that both the Seattle Prep boys and the girls will both be playing on the 8th.
Well, there you have it for Tony B, for Daniel B, for Taylor Kareen. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage of Metro League playoffs right here at Seattle Prep. Until tomorrow, that will do it for us. I'm Rick Dupree. Peace and God bless.